We have been to the US of A, we've been to Korea, we've been to Holland, we've been to Japan. You know what? We've even been to Finland, but forget about those. They were just formalities. This is what they've come for. This is where they've come to do battles. It's the finals. It's the Sony Ericsson UK BBoy Championship finals, and this will change your life. UK BBoy Championship. Over the last few weeks, we've followed an international qualifying series, scouting out 8 of the best B-boy crews on the planet. They've all landed in Brixton to do battle in front of 5,000 B-boy fanatics, and at the end of it, one crew will walk away as world champions.
The battle to end all battles that it's being billed as. This is the final, Brixton Academy, the World Finals. The crew battles are going to be all-out war.
Today, I think we're gonna have some good battles, nasty battles, 8 dope crews, so it's gonna be hot.
Being on the stage in Brixton, what does it feel like?
It's incredible. Before, I even don't think that I can dance on this stage, you know? I just think that, wow, oh, this event, UK BBoy Championship, I wanna come, but nothing, you know? And now, with my crew, I can come the 3rd years in a row. Incredible.
It's been our dream since we were young kids to be in the UK Champs, at the UK Champs, whatever, you know, because we used to watch the DVDs when we were small, so we're really proud to be, like, representing our crew, our country this year.
It's a B-boy battle in front of a rock and roll concert crowd, the Brixton Roar. You bring out the big moves, you get the Brixton Roar. You get the crowd behind you, and you're walking home with the gold medals.
5,000 people screaming and shouting.
Are you trying to make us nervous?
No, I'm trying to make you feel special.
Thank you.
Hip-hop culture started way back in the 70s in New York, in the South Bronx. DJ Skeme Richards, who's playing here today, knows all about that. We caught up with him in the Bronx a few weeks ago, and he told us how it went down. Breaking was born in New York in the early 70s, where the first generation of B-boys started to dance at parties thrown in a community centre at the foot of a block of flats in the Bronx.
We're at the legendary spot, 1520 Sedgwick Avenue. This is where Kool Herc threw his first jam.
They were thrown by Jamaican-born DJ Kool Herc, who is credited by many as being the great-grandfather of hip-hop.
When it comes to hip-hop and the culture of b-boying, this is, in my opinion, one of the most monumental, historic places that exists. Without this, there kind of wouldn't be, you know, this whole hip-hop and this whole b-boy culture that's going on.
The role of the DJ today is still as important in breaking as it was when the culture was born. And the key to success of anyone on the decks is the strength of their record collection.
Yo, what's up? We at Big City Records, Money Making Manhattan. We're about to do a little digging in the crates, you know what I'm saying? Searching for them funky 45s, some 12 inches. We're gonna show you how to do it b-boy style. Basically, the DJ is very important. Without the DJ, the event definitely would not go on, you know. The DJ is the backbone of not only this event, but the backbone of hip-hop, because that's the foundation of what this was built off of. What I pretty much look for is anything that's funky. Doesn't necessarily have to have a break on it. If it's funky and I feel as though b-boys can really get down to it, you know, whether it has like the really raw singing, the great horns, you know, drums is always necessary. You have to have a connection with the music. And, you know, me being a b-boy at one time, I understand what b-boys want to, you know, dance to. Anything that in the vein of what James Brown would do is what I try to, you know, stick to, because that pretty much like separates me from what a lot of other DJs are doing on the b-boy scene. So, you know, that's the name of the game when it comes to hip-hop, is to stay original.
Although the original b-boys came up from the South Bronx, though the 30 years gone by, the culture has taken on something of a Soviet flavour. In 2008, the Russians dominate, taking the title for the crew battles, beating the reigning champions, TIP from Korea, in the finals.
To win.
Top 9 have taken it. Oh, they've cleaned up tonight. They've cleaned up with everything. They got the footwork, they got the individual solo battle. Congratulations, man. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel happy. Great feeling.
Russia can now boast some of the strongest b-boy crews on the planet.
They're not really out there to make friends. They're out there to do what they want to do and accomplish their dreams and goals.
They break hard, they work hard, and they want to represent. So if you see them in an international battle, they're going to bring it to you, definitely.
They keep every aspect as an important one. They don't focus on one thing. So you have so many good and creative b-boys there. It's really like high level.
Top 9 are the American dream in Russia, really. I mean, these guys have come from nothing. It's a really hard life in Russia. I mean, Russia's a scary place, all right? And these kids have come out of that. They were at a really high level, then they started traveling, and their level went up. Then they started winning and traveling, and their level went through the roof.
Top 9 totally on top of their game in 2008, cleaning up, and over the last year they've travelled all over the world. I caught up with them just a little while ago to see if they've still got it for 2009. Top 9 crew, now we've seen you the last 3 years. The year before last, knocked out in the final, TIP. Last year, came back and smoked them. Year 3, everyone wants to beat you guys.
Yeah.
How ready are you?
We're ready for 100% because for me this UK, the most strongest UK, because we got a legendary Skeme Richards crew, incredible team, you know.
Every year you're going to come with a new flavour. You're stronger, you're faster, you're fitter, you're tighter. What's going to be different from Top 9?
When we came first time, for me that was the first time, 2007. And we got the first battle with Rock Force, Pokemon, Zen and Zen TIP. We was not a little bit nervous, we was the real nervous, you know, because it's a big competition, we want to do it for real. So we do in the first battle all, and the second battle all. And it was like too much from us, you know. Next year, it was like more comfortable. And this year, I think the most important that all the 9 here, we like, real family, real family.
Are you going to win? You're the defending champions. All eyes are on you.
Everything what we can do, we will do.
Like always.
Sure. But for us, it's not the most important part, you know, to get defending champion title. For me, and I think for everybody, our final Skeme Richards, the best battle in our life, because the stars.
But Top 9 are not in for an easy ride this year. Coming across the water from the good old US of A are a crew who are strictly business. Skeme Richards are held in high esteem around the world as new school pioneers for the breaking movement. They'll also bring an air of Hollywood glamour to Brixton, having starred in countless movies and music videos back home.
We're here to represent, the US, but we're here to represent b-boying at its finest. Like, just all of us as a collective group, that's what we came here to do. We're not here to do just tricks. We're not here to just do crowd pleasers. We're just here to dance as b-boys. And most of us are 10 years deep, right? 10 years or more. So we have no excuses not to come correct, you know what I mean?
Do you come with a strategy then for today?
Yeah, our strategy is to win. Pretty much.
What you bring is going to make you be number 1, that you're going to win.
Individuality is the biggest thing, I think, for all of us.
We have Flea Rock.
And his suit.
And his outfit.
And we have Speedy. And we have Flips.
Beast Mode.
What's your name?
You'll see it on stage. We come to have fun. We're united. We're friends. So you get to see all of that. We're just gonna have a blast on stage.
The US may have come to represent the true essence of b-boy, but the Koreans have got their own spin on what it is. No country has ever won more times than they have here in the UK. Last year, Top 9 took out TIP after losing the year before to Korea. Now, everyone I've been speaking to has said it's going to be you two crews in the final.
많은 사람들이 그렇게 말해줘서 정말 고마운데요. 이번에 이번 UK 챔피언십에는 탑9뿐만이 아니라 미국 팀도 안 그러면은 그 우크라이나 팀도 그밖에 여러 팀들도 다 대단하신 분들이 이번에는 와가지고 예, 다 열심히 해야 돼요. 어떤 팀을 만나도.
Although everyone has their eyes on the big three, Russia, USA and Korea, there are no easy battles in the World Finals. How far do you think you're going to make it through today? You're going to make it all the way? Come on,
Well,
tell me yes.
yes.
Hey, that's what we want to hear. Here's the deal, we have top 9, you know those guys.
yes.
You got Jinjo crew.
Yeah.
What can you bring that's going to scare the heck out of these boys?
We can bring our style, we can bring our flavor, Ukrainian flavor. Everybody is a personality. Each b-boy is strong in some style. I think everybody can show something special.
Qualifying with the Ukrainians at the international breaking event in Holland were a little-known Belgian crew called Team Schmetter. They came out of nowhere to take one of the 2 spots up for grabs and will be the dark horses in this competition.
If you battle top 9 or Jinjo, it's an experience, and I've been watching those guys a lot, and it's really not a dream, but it's really cool to battle them, you know. I have respect for them, and I also want them to respect me, so I want to show them, and we want to show them who we are, so.
I agree with him.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? I'm ready. You?
Yeah, I'm ready, yeah.
I'm born ready. Every year, 5,000 hip-hop connoisseurs fill Brixton Academy for the Sony Ericsson UK BBoy Championship World Finals to crown the breaking champions of the world.
We're here to see everyone's different styles.
The Koreans, we love the Koreans. Jinjo crew, Korea.
Russia all the way. Babushka.
You see all their hard work pay off,
and
like maybe bite their moves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ah, we can't wait. I'm really excited.
We love this kind of things, you know. I love breaking.
There's crews from all over the world representing here tonight, but there's one crew that's representing the UK. They're from London. They're called the Soul Mavericks. They train over at London Bridge, and I caught up with them to see how preparations were going.
In terms of the UK, the reason why we stand out, I think, is because when Renegade officially taught us all the foundation and everything, we learned that at quite an early stage in comparison to the rest of the UK. And then we started to flip it and create our own steps with it. With our crew, we've got a lot of personalities. I think the main thing is with us that we don't all come from the same background. So it all brings different things to the table, and we've all had to sort of learn to deal with each other in that sort of way.
I wouldn't say we have like a style, but I would just say that we are configured as a team and we work well as a team. Certain crews have their strong individuals and everything, but I think we all work as a unit really well and we are quite strong, so I think we're going to bring the teamwork there really well as well.
So Mavericks won the UK qualifiers back in June.
The pressure was on for us to prove that we weren't slipping, that we're still on top of a game, that we're still hungry. And so when we won the Eliminators, I was more relieved than happy. It was more like, okay, there's that one out of the way. You know, we've proved that we're still at the top, and now we've got to go and fight it hard.
For us, it's like we've got a chance now to show that we can do something, and so we'll always try and push our level higher.
We're here. We need to come to here. We need to rise. So we haven't got time to be patting each other on the back for every little half, attempt. It has to be all out every time.
It's not beating people, but it's just proving that we're as strong as we are and that we should go on that stage and we deserve to be on that stage.
The 2009 Sony Ericsson UK BBoy Championship, the finals are about to start. Quarterfinals on the stage. Japan versus Ukraine. Eastside Ruffneck from Ukraine up against ex-collaboration crew. Someone is going to get slayed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you waited for. The Sony Ericsson UK BBoy Championships of 2009 crew battles. Yeah! Make some noise!
It's Eastside Ruffneck who get everything started here at the World Finals. They're not just any crew, they're an all-star crew made up of some of the best b-boys in the whole of the Ukraine. Japanese can always rely on the support from the Brixton crowd, and there's no telling what kind of lift that will give them. When you won in Japan, every battle you had 2 or 3 routines. Have you got new routines, or are you going to come with the same ones that we saw in Japan?
あります。何個か。
Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit more? more than 2 or 3 words, if you can.
まあ内容は言えないですけど、まあでも本当に面白い観客を多分あっと言わせるいい面白いルーティンだと思うんで。
EXC crew won their qualifying in Japan because of their original style. They were almost impossible to battle against, and it sounds like the crowd is lapping up this Japanese flavour. Japan getting taken out, unanimous result 3-0. Eastside Ruffneck's going through to their semi-final. Next up on stage, a real David and Goliath battle. From the UK, it's Seoul Mavericks on home turf up against the mighty top 9 from Russia, the reigning champions. Can UK pull it off? I don't know.
All right, are you ready? UK versus Russia. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Skeme Richards.
This is a tough battle for Seoul Mavericks from the UK, who are out first. But this guy is scared of no one. He's letting the Russians know all about it. Known as his friends, and only his friends, as Angry Abdul. Seoul Mavericks setting up the routine for Recklessly, and the crowd are right behind the homeboys.
Come with a fire this year, you know. Like every year we're getting better, like training harder, getting more experience. So you have to wait and see. But I can say one thing will be our unity and the hunger to represent the UK and make us look, put UK on the map. You know what I'm saying?
The top 9 aren't the reigning champions for no reason and won't be fazed by the roars of the crowd. Tony Rock going out for the champs and setting up a 2-man routine with Flying Buddha. If I'm totally honest, I think you're going to come in with people like top 9. You'll come in as an underdog to those guys. What kind of tactics do you employ for that?
I think it's more of a case of like neutralising them, sort of taking away that shine. Like if they do something amazing, we're going to have something planned, be it a solo or a nice routine or a commando that's going to sort of take the attention away from it quickly. Because of the way we've been training, we've sort of got used to battling these sort of guys, regardless of whether or not on paper they're better than us. So hopefully we can like put that through in the battle, and you know, it might let the judges see that, oh, you know, these guys have actually come with something.
And one thing top 9 won't have planned for is B-Girl Roxy. Make no mistake, she comes equipped with an arsenal of moves and can drop bombs with the rest of them. Robin from top 9 taking some intricate footwork to the Brits to solve Mavericks. The Russians may be just warming up, it seems like they're doing enough. Take a 3-0 win up against the UK Seoul Mavericks, but let me tell you, Seoul Mavericks ain't no joke and were worthy opponents against Russia. On the floor right now from the US of A, calling themselves Team USA, part of Skeme Methods and Endangered Species, a massive country up against a tiny little country called Belgium, and the crew, which is Team Schmetter. The floor is such a leveler, it could go either way.
Battle, let's go, let's go! 10 minutes! Drop it down.
way the Americans get down to it. The whole crowd think they were in some kind of pre-battle huddle. Then out of nowhere comes B-Boy Cloud flipping into the middle of them with some kind of pinpoint precision to set up his solo. Belgians come back immediately with an all-crew routine, but there's only so many ways you can answer an opening round like that from the Americans. They know they have to maintain their composure if they stand any chance in this battle. When you're battling some of the big names out there, you're going to be calm, you're not going to come in and be intimidated at any time.
No, we are experienced enough. We all have like our best moves, a bit less, and then we have different levels of moves. So what we try to do is when we come up against a crew that we know is not that strong, we try to keep our best moves for the next round. So you try to.
It's a dangerous game, but
But if you want to win all the battles and the final, you have to try and keep your moves and strategically put them at the right place so you fit out the battle.
UK champs is very difficult to do that because almost all the crews are very good, and unless a crew would underestimate us, we can't hold back all our moves.
Now the first round, we really want to go bam, come hard first round. We always go for the win. We don't always win, but we always go for the win because if you enter a competition, you have to come to win, We
don't want to waste any time. We just want to come for the kill.
Luigi and Venom of Skill Methods. Last time an American crew won here was 2003, and Venom in the red trousers here took home the title that year, so he's no stranger to the Brixton stage. Speedy, known for his power, superb acrobatic skills, and can pull out flips from just about anywhere. Doesn't mean he lacks anything in the way of footwork or top rocks either. He's got pretty much the whole package. Cruise on through to the semi-finals. On the floor right now from Finland is Flomo crew up against Korea. The guy by the name of Jinjo. Now remember this, Korea, since they've been battling the UK BBoy Championships, have never failed to make it through to the final. Will they go out now? Let's see. Hat Solo gets it all started for Flomo. The crew are known for their foundational b-boying style, and they like to keep things totally authentic. Finnish crew even have their own strapline, motion as identity, footwork as art form. We do have crews from all over the world here. How confident are you feeling?
We're feeling confident, I think it's like nobody else does what we do better than us, of course.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just do our thing and feel confident about it, definitely.
We've never been so prepared like we are.
Anything special, that any kind of new moves, new routines, or anything that you're pleased with?
Do you think that we'd tell you?
I think you know what? I think you'd tell me because you trust me. It's gonna take more than just footwork though to beat the Koreans. Jinjo crew are packed full of international b-boy stars like Hong and Wing, who are both solo world champions in their own right. Very much like the Americans in that respect, well-travelled, experienced b-boys who can deliver the goods when they need to. debut unleashed in the form of Jinjo Crew, absolutely wiping the floor, annihilating Flomo from Finland. I wouldn't want to be in the judges' position on a night like this because it's only the quarterfinals and the battles have been hectic. We caught up with two of the top judges on the international circuit, Wicket and Just Do It, to find out what's it like to be in the hot seat. We caught up with a couple of the decision makers before the competition to quiz them about their judging criteria.
My name's BBoy Wicket, representing Footwork Fanatics and Renegade's crew out of San Francisco, California.
My name is Nick, also known as Just Do It, representing Rugged Solutions from Eindhoven, Holland.
Competition judges are carefully selected by organisers with only the most experienced, most respected and most valued members of the b-boy scene being asked to fill this all-important and responsible of positions. Judging criteria ranges from musicality, difficulty, style, execution and arguably the most important of all, originality.
Originality is very important. A lot of things have been done already, but it's the way how it's executed and how they turn it into their own style.
There's so many good b-boys out there nowadays, you know? Everybody has level, everybody can do power moves and crazy stuff. But the only way you're gonna stand out is by finding your way, you know?
To qualify for a judge, you need to have experience at the very highest level of breaking. Anyone competing here at the Sony Ericsson UK B-Boy Championships is now one stage closer to ticking that box. But for Korean B-Boy megastar Hong 10, the big stage is a weekly occurrence. We spoke to him a few weeks ago in Korea to ask what next. I'm here with Hong 10, one of the most acclaimed B-boys in the world. You're here with a new crew. Tell me the story behind that.
일단은 드립서스 크루는 되게 각자가 하는 일들이 있고 좀 나이도 이제 좀 많이 먹어서 각자 이제 살아야 돼가지고 해서 근데 이 진조 팀 같은 경우는 그 모습에 저도 다시 감동을 받고 영향을 받아가지고 저도 더 열심히 예전처럼 돌아가서 더 열심히 하게 되고.
Do you feel a certain amount of pressure that you have to perform, that you have to be Hong 10, the guy who's raising the bar of breaking?
외국 갔을 때 사람들 관심 가져주면은 쉽게 뭐 피곤하거나 힘들 때도 있는데 관심 가져주면은 그로 인해서 더 힘이 나서 잘해야겠다는 생각하는 경우도 있고 뭐 힘들지 않더라도 사람들이 관심 가져주는 게 저는 좋아가지고 더 거기에 뭐 그 기대에 부응하기 위해서 더 잘하려고 노력한다든지 하는 생각에 더 열심히 하게 되는 것 같아요.
Where do you think you can take breaking and what would you like to achieve?
5년 후가 됐든 10년 후가 됐든 그때도 뭐 심사나 그런 것도 보겠지만 그때도 계속 대회에 나오면서 계속 더 발전하고 계속 만족할 수가 없을 것 같아요.
In 2006, Hong 10 won the solo battle at Red Bull BC1. In 2008, his crewmate Wing took the title. In 2009, Jinjo won crew success.
예, 레드불 BC1이나 서클 킹즈는 다 이게 팀 배틀이 아니고 이 솔로나 2대2 배틀인데 거기에선 저희가 항상 성적이 좋았는데 팀 배틀 때는 이게 성적이 그렇게 되게 좋은 적은 그렇게 없었다고. 네. 근데 이번에는 준비 많이 했으니까요. 좋은 성적을 보여드리겠습니다.
Into the first of the semi-finals is top 9 from Russia up against Eastside Ruffneck from Ukraine. They're next door neighbours. These two crews know each other really well. Either way, it's going to be a Slavic slaughter. Top 9 come out first with Robin and Costo warming up with Top Rock, but there's no messing around with these guys. It's straight into a crew routine, setting up Tony Rock for a solo. what have Eastside Ruffneck got? Coming out with a bunch of flares, but time's got to be running out for the Ukrainian boys to make an impression. Before. I really don't know who are they going to meet there. It's either Korea or USA. Jinjo crew up against Skeme Methods. I don't know what's going to happen, but it will be hostile. Both crews in this battle know that at this level, any mistakes are going to be pounced on by their opponents, and the Koreans are anything but sloppy with a perfectly choreographed routine straight away. Expect to see a lot more from those guys. Flips leading the way for Skeme Methods, one of the original members from when they formed way back in '95 in Tampa Bay, Florida. This is Wing and Skeme. These are brothers and have come up with the most innovative Jinjo routines and might explain why they're so on point with each other. Venom answering back to the Koreans with a brutal onslaught of power moves, everything in there, air flares, going one-handed to the 1990, even a coin drop in there too. Have no idea what's going on here. Look at this from Korea. They love using props in their routines. That's BBoy Wing and amongst it with the jackets, and he's pulled into a 2000 all his weight on his left hand and the right hand supporting it at the wrist. This round though isn't over yet. There's Hong 10 in the mix, going to a backspin. Oh, and he's doing something with his shirt, taking his shirt off by the looks of it. Oh, this is amazing stuff from the Koreans. Skeme Methods with one final round to make their marks. Flea Rock and Luigi. Looks like in the background there, the big guy, Beast Mode, is waiting in the wings. This could be something special to top it off. Well, we were told that he was a wrestler in high school, but you wouldn't have guessed it from the way that guy flew through the air.
Judges, USA and Korea. Yes. 1, 2, 3.
The first time of the night, USA versus Korea, the hottest battle we have seen since we stepped foot in the venue in Brixton. We're going to go into the tiebreaker. Only one crew can go through to represent their country in the final. Who's it going to be? Skeme Method and Endangered Species from the US or Jinjo from Korea? US striking first with Luigi. He goes down into what's called a crick. It requires a load of balance and power to execute that move, pushing off both hands to rotate the body, transitioning smoothly into a few flares and out of those into a footwork set. B-Boy Wing, last chance for career, got his name from his old mentor because of his flight-like moves. He's going to have to pull some of those out to beat the Americans round. Wing up into a 1990, spinning on one hand and somehow managing to stop, almost dead for the freeze.
Judges.
This is going to be a close call.
Pick the B-Boys now.
How we run it here in London town for the first time in 7 years career out of the finals. Instead of them, it will be USA Skeme Methods will join top 9, the reigning champions, for the final. It ain't easy being a B-boy, holding down a job and looking fresh. We caught up with Skeme Methods to see how they go about their daily business. Their minds may be on the finals now, but before the event, Skeme Methods introduced us to their crew.
Skeme Methods crew, an endangered species. We're about to raid the rooms. Come check it out.
Skeme Methods have been together for over 14 years and Flips was there right from the very start.
They don't know we're coming, so let's keep it that way. You got Little John here, ripping it.
When some of the crew couldn't make it to the UK, the guys called in a few favours, ringers to strengthen the team, and for their footwork, there's no one better than Lil Jon.
Repping Texas, don't mess with Texas. Nasty.
Over the last 10 years, crew members have gained international recognition, not just through b-boying, but also through starring in music videos and Hollywood films.
And there you have him, the Beast.
Well, yo, what's the quote, Beast? What's the quote? If it's free,
I'll take 3.
There you go.
Their long list of work colleagues include a few you might have heard of: Missy Elliott, Jay-Z, Destiny's Child, and Madonna.
Yeah, hibernating right now.
He's look at
Ah, the lights! Ah, the lights!
We're going up one floor, the rest of the crew's up there, level 8. But yeah, I like these hats, man, they're fresh. Oh, there we go.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, so
I want to welcome you guys to my place.
we have the Chip and Dale right here, all the way from Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, Venom.
These are my best moves.
But despite their Hollywood status, room-sharing politics still seem to be an issue.
We flipped a coin.
He was right there.
I was like, yo, I call this bet. He's like, no, I call this unfair. Let's flip a coin. He's like, I got heads. So I flipped the coin and landed on tails. I was like, yeah. I got the bed.
This is my bed. But hey, I got the window.
Wow.
So this is free in Luigi too.
Hello, boys. Hey.
Come in.
Each member brings their own style and they pride themselves on originality.
You see, look, I just tripped on a shoe. That could have cost me my career. You know what I mean? Compound fracture to the ankle. I can't be having that. So that's why Flea will not be staying with me. Luigi does not talk. He just actions speak louder than words. This guy just destruction mode at all times.
I got it under control, guys. Maybe not everything always goes to plan, but these guys will be hoping that the UK finals are a different story.
All right, that wraps it up for me and the fellas. Thanks for dropping by. Peace.
Well, we've gone. It's USA, it's Russia. It will be something of epic proportions.
The mood is really tense in here right now. 5,000 people behind us. Really into it, 100%. And it's going to be going off for big style, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing.
Straight into the final, Skeme Method versus top 9. There will be a plague on the floor right now.
Are you ready for the UK Championship 2009?
B-Boy Speedy steps up with some mad power, air flares in between his crewmates, and he's not finished. Makes this look easy. 9 coming back with some skills of their own. And last year's solo champion from here in Brixton, BBoy Costo, laying down a set packed with everything, showing amazing flex with those threads, and every freeze is locked. One last round left for the USA, and there's no telling at this stage which way it's gonna go. They're gonna be sure to throw everything at this.
The Sony Ericsson UK BBoy Championship World Finals 2009 Crew Battle winners are Endangered Species from the US.
We have a new world champion at the Sony Ericsson UK BBoy Championship Finals. They're from America. They are Skeme Richards and Endangered Species, the top of the world here in Brixton. America have not been on top here since 2003. You came today and destroyed it. You were saying earlier on, oh yeah, we're just here, we're just going to take part, we don't mind if we win all this. Who are you kidding?
We came to have fun. Did we have fun, fellas?
We had fun, you know?
We came to have fun. We didn't underestimate anybody. We were actually, we weren't stressing, but we were plotting, like, what are we gonna do if we run out of routines, or if we're like too tired? But I guess between the audience and the fans, the crews, everybody, the whole vibe, it gave us just that little extra energy to keep it going.
We're really happy we won. We're glad to bring the title back to the US, and that's it, you know?
Hooch, you're happy tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm delighted. I mean, you know, I'm always glad. Whoever wins, I'm glad. I'm glad because at the end of the day, the battle went off. The crowd came out to see it. They were entertained, but they saw some real talent on display. It hasn't just been, you know, one night. It's been 6 to 8 months searching, following the trials and tribulations of all these b-boys, rich and poor, famous and unknown, you know, to come here on the stage and they have an equal platform, because this crowd will give it up for whoever really lays it down.
2009 is done, 2010 we look forward to it. The 15-year anniversary Sony Ericsson World B-Boy Series.
Put your hands up.